Hi, Sonequa. I'm so excited to speak with you. My name is Bianca Piazza for MovieWeb. I really adored my dead friend Zoe. I laughed, I cried, that whole thing. So my first question for you is, you have many scenes with film legends Ed Harris and Morgan Freeman. So what was it like establishing rapport with them, and what did you learn from them as an actor?
Oh my goodness, that's a great question. First of all, thank you for having me, and you're beautiful. All right, we're gonna start there. Um, thank you.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. No, I was nervous. I'll speak about Morgan first. I was nervous to give Morgan attitude. I have to give him attitude, right? A lot of the film, and it was hard for me at first, and I didn't even realize that I was doing it, but I was just thinking of this being Morgan Freeman, right? Who is one of the best to ever do it, and I had to be directed out of that, right? But I you can't help but learn when you're in a moment with them, when you're face to face with them, you cannot help but learn. And I felt the same way with Ed. He opened himself up to me, and I did not know. I don't know. I guess I assumed that that would happen, but I didn't know how it would feel exactly to have him open up himself completely to you. It was so beautiful, and I'm so grateful that I was able to, dive in. It was such a comfortable, spacious place in the story with these two. And we didn't have to work at it. And I feel the same way about Natalie Morales as well. My co-lead, we didn't have to work at our camaraderie either. We didn't have to, strain for the chemistry. It was authentic.
Right. And that, yeah, the chemistry, I honestly feel like with all three of you was so wonderful. And I think that is part of what makes the movie great. Obviously, great writing and stuff, but it just, you all click. It's just very clear. So my next question, with core themes like, mental health awareness and the importance of highlighting veteran stories, my dead friend Zoe is full of important messages. So I had asked Natalie this as well, actually. So what is the overall message you would want viewers to take away from the film?
Goodness. I think I want the overall message to be that there is a whole new life waiting for you on the other side of forgiveness of self. I think that, the prevailing theme is talk about it. And I think that that is what talking about it can lead to. For veterans, especially because this is a very specific veteran story, but for non-veterans too, talking about it, confronting it finally, and talking about it, I hope and pray will lead to healing, will lead to that forgiveness of self, that will lead to healing, that will lead to a whole new life of freedom. That's that's a that's a big message, but I hope that that's what people take from it.
A big message, but it does come through. And I don't have a lot of time left, so I just my last question is just more so about your career. So after a decade of The Walking Dead and Star Trek, is your heart aching to be in another franchise, or is there freedom in not being attached to something so big? And if there is a franchise you're excited about maybe wanting to be in one day, what is it?
Oh man. Whew. I have been rather enjoying film. Because I was in TV for so long, and I was in sci-fi for so long, and I love TV, I love sci-fi. But it has been nice to do films, right? To tell stories that are more sort of on the ground or more familiar. And I've been having a really good time with that. However, moving forward, I want to do everything. I don't want to pinpoint a certain genre. I'd like to float between all three. I'd also like to return to theater. I haven't done theater in so long, and I would love to do that. So ideally, I'm going from movie to TV show to play to TV show to movie to play to, you know what I'm saying? And with some voiceover animation, sprinkled in there.
everything. That's amazing. Well, that was all the time I had and you had, and this has been really wonderful. Thank you so much, Sonequa.
Thank you, Bianca. Thank
This
you
has
for
been
having
wonderful.
me.